And this is right there in the anterior interventricular sulcus. And also, now this vein is picking up the deoxygenated blood, okay? There's little bitty branches that are going to merge with this great cardiac vein. And it comes up here, and it turns. And once it turns, it's still called the great cardiac vein, but it's in a different sulcus, okay? All right, so you got 3 sulci to know. We've already named that one. What's this one? It would be Janika's turn. All right, see if you can come up with it. Which side of the heart is it on, left or right? Left. And it's a sulcus, so that's 2 parts of names. Okay, the other part is coronary, referring to heart. Okay, so this is the left coronary sulcus.
How'd you know that was the left? Tell me how
It's
you
on
know
the
that's
left
the
side.
left.
Here.
Because we said this was the front of the heart.
Right.
So if this is the front of the heart, it's going to be in my body like this. So this is my left.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
And that's
so, Kelsey, you get an easy one. If this is the left coronary sulcus, what is this sulcus?
The right coronary sulcus.
Exactly right. Okay, so what are your 3 sulci? Anterior interventricular, left coronary, right coronary. All right. Good. You got any questions, Kyle? We wouldn't want Kyle to make anything lower than an A.
I know. I wouldn't want to make it nothing lower than A.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so we've already named the artery and the vein found in the anterior interventricular sulcus, right? The artery is the anterior interventricular artery. The vein is the what?
Left coronary.
No.
No.
Great.
The great.
Great cardiac vein. That is the only vein I've required you to know. So if you can just remember great cardiac vein, anytime I ask you vein on the heart, put great cardiac vein.
Okay.
Right, because you do find it here in the anterior interventricular sulcus, and you find it here in your left coronary sulcus. If I say name the vein, you're going to say what, Kyle?
Great cardiac.
Okay. Say great cardiac
All
veins all
right,
over.
but there are different arteries. We said the anterior interventricular artery. Now, what's the one that's in this
That's the
sulcus?
coronary.
Artery.
That's what most people want to say. Okay, look right here on her lab book. This is the left coronary artery coming out right here. But look what this says. This is your anterior interventricular, and this is your circumflex. So really, on that heart, you can't see the left coronary. So you shouldn't have it highlighted on your book. You should have highlighted this branch called the circumflex and this branch called the anterior interventricular.
Okay, so this is going to be the circumflex.
Circumflex, and think about the circumference of the circle that goes around the outside of the circle.
Okay.
The circumflex artery is flexible and it curves around the outside of the heart and it takes the blood to the backside of the heart. Okay? Or Magellan is the person that circumnavigated the globe. So circum means to go around, so that's this one right here, going around to the back of the heart. All right, now, this one is easier. In the right coronary artery, you have the right coronary sulcus, you have the right coronary artery. Okay. So, Brittany, pick up one of these probes that haven't got junk on. They might all have junk all over them. I'll just point, okay? All right. The artery?
The artery is the interventricular artery.
I have to count off a half point on that.
Interventricular, anterior interventricular artery.
Correct. Okay, because...
It's on the front.
Right. And Kyle, what's the artery here? Which side of the heart are you on, left or right?
Right.
If this is, I'm not going to touch you. This is in your body. What side of the heart is this? Right.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't say right?
No,
You said left.
left.
Don't see? If he doesn't make an A, he's, I didn't say that. Oh, this didn't look right. Okay. He's tricky. You got to watch him. Okay.
I still don't know what it
The
is,
right,
though.
which artery? It's in the right coronary sulcus. So it's the right coronary artery. Okay.
Right coronary artery.
I got you.
The left coronary. No, circumflex.
Yeah.
Circumflex.
And
The anterior interventricular artery.
And
right coronary
the
artery and the right coronary sulcus.
what would this?
Posterior interventricular artery.
Exactly right, because this is your posterior interventricular sulcus.
Okay, will you go back to the flaps on the other, the coronary artery?
Okay.
And then
On the right side of the heart, you have a right coronary sulcus between the where the atrium is and the ventricle is, even though this is the auricle. Okay, so this is the right coronary sulcus, and the right coronary artery is there. This is the left coronary sulcus, but it's the circumflex artery that is there. This is the anterior interventricular sulcus, and the anterior interventricular artery is there, as well as the great cardiac vein. Comes up here, also goes through this sulcus, all the way around to the back of the heart, to this little thin area right here, enlarged area, which is called the coronary sinus. And that's where that blood from the great cardiac vein is dumped back into the right atrium.
I got no clue.
Okay. Okay.
Show me the sinus again.
It's on the back.
Coronary sinus,
It's right there.
this right here. See that great cardiac vein's coming along here, and then all of a sudden it just turn your book page. See right there, see that enlarged portion? That's the coronary sinus.
Okay.
And
Hey, one of y'all gonna have to send that video to me.
She's not gonna ask us about
You got Facebook?
artery at all.
Ooh. Coronary sinus. Okay. Yay.
Make sure you get that on
so
video.
this wide area would be the coronary sulcus. I mean the coronary
That's
sinus,
sinus,
excuse me.
sinus.
Sinus. Posterior ventricular sulcus. Now anything that you know on here, you should be able to name on here. And there are some things on here that are not showing on here. Like we can see the pulmonary trunk, but we don't see where those pulmonary arteries branch off.
Those
Here's
are-
our pulmonary trunk. There's the left pulmonary artery.
Wait, which is the one you said that you're gonna have to show on that one? Is
Yeah.
that left coronary or
These,
this one?
the
Okay.
pulmonary arteries, they're leading to the lungs. Can you see both of them?
Wait, turn it.
Left and right. Every time you have the same structure on the left as you have on the right, you got to put left and right. And like Kelsey said, you can put
That's
an
left,
L
that's
and an R will be fine.
Those
Okay.
are the veins, right?
These are the pulmonary arteries. Arteries
arteries,
always take blood away from the heart.
That's why they're blue. Okay.
Well, no. Veins are usually in blue. Remember, this is the pulmonary arteries and the umbilical arteries are reversed. They are
Just
actually
because
carrying
they're
the oxygen.
transferring.
Okay.
All right, now here, right here, and right here. Okay,
Those are
these are your pulmonary veins. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yes,
those are
pulmonary veins. And they're leading back to the heart, okay, bringing the oxygenated blood. And yes, that seems backwards because it is backwards from every other place.
We ain't got to say all that, do we? We can just label it.
No,
Okay.
you just have to name the structure.
Okay.
Okay. If I put the sticker here, you got to know that that's the pulmonary
Pulmonary
veins.
veins.
If I put it here, you got to know it's
For
the pulmonary
pulmonary. And
arteries.
it's gonna be the.
And we got to say right and left, right and
Yes,
left.
you got to say
Okay.
right and left.
Okay, so since those aren't shown, this would be the brachiocephalic
Cephalic trunk.
trunk, and then the common carotid,
Which one?
the left common carotid, the right common carotid.
No.
Oh, that's
The-
on the sheet
Both of
too.
these are left. Okay,
So-
on the right side of the heart now, you've got a common carotid on the right and you got a subclavian, but they branch off of this brachiocephalic trunk. Brachio means arm, so you get on, it gets on up here a little bit and it branches into those. But this is your brachiocephalic trunk, your left common carotid, and your left subclavian.
Okay, so subclavian.
A for aorta,
Aorta.
B for brachiocephalic trunk, C for common carotid, but you got to tell me it's left, and ABCs, plural,
For subclavian.
yes, for subclavian.
We ain't
But it's
got
also
to we ain't
left.
got to all that.
I think we do.
And there's a separate little
There's one right there.
this one right here. Okay, this is
Oh, I'm in the wrong
tested.
chapter.
Right here.
This is the one tested on the lab exam. So this is what you're focusing
Oh,
on
yeah, I'm
right
on the
now.
wrong one. Yeah,
Okay.
I see what you're talking about.
All these right here.
So we just went over all that, right?
So-
Will you do A, B, C again so I can just label it that way?
Aorta,
Brachiocephalic,
brachiocephalic, common carotid.
left common carotid,
Subclavian.
subclavian.
That's what I thought.
And then,
Did you say that? What
yeah. Okay, this is the
The
aorta.
whole,
And this where it
whole-
arches, aortic arch. This is the ascending aorta. This is the aortic arch. This is the descending. Okay, so this just means comes up is ascending, goes down is descending, and where it curves is the arch.
But we
I-
can just say the whole thing aorta on the test. Okay, good. Thank you.
So this would be the inferior vena cava, correct?
inferior? It's at the top of the heart. What
Oh,
is inferior?
superior.
That's the superior
And
vena
the
cava.
inferior is at the bottom. Okay.
That's the inferior.
Okay.
All
They
right.
ain't got the label. Because that's going to throw me off looking at
What?
this and then going.
What's gonna throw you off?
Like, that label ain't going to be on this thing. It's just going to be on this one, ain't it?
The inferior and superior vena
Yeah.
cava. I could ask it either one.
Yeah, so it's best to know on both.
But
just need to know it's blue
got to
and
remember
long.
the vena cava bring the deoxygenated blood back to the right atrium. So you see, this is coming to the right atrium, and it's blue, so it's deoxygenated blood. This is coming from the bottom, so it's inferior, and it's going into the right atrium, and it's blue. So, okay. Now
Okay,
let's
so-
find those two things on the actual pig heart.
Okay, let's do
All
that.
right. So we know that they are going to enter the right atrium. So who wants to show me where the right atrium would be?
The right atrium.
Okay. So I should have two holes here.
One that goes up, which is this one would be the superior, and that one would be the inferior.
Janika, you want to get that? Superior and inferior vena
I
cava.
don't have any more storage.
Okay.
So,
Well, right atrium,
Inferior
inferior
is at the
below.
bottom, superior
Okay,
is
see
at the
that,
top.
Kyle? See, they're not as far apart as shown on here, but you still see a hole coming in at the bottom of the right atrium and a hole coming in at the top of the right atrium, bringing that deoxygenated blood.
Would you let us, when we take the lab exam, put gloves on and actually like
Nope.
run our... Okay.
You can't touch them. What I do on the lab exam is something like this.
Okay, you'll have it through there though for us to see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
that would be the
I guess just if
inferior,
you have the pins in
and
it,
that
they
would be
got
the
moved around.
superior. Yeah,
Well, where did that other one go?
right here.
Right here. Okay, so I'll have it something like this, and I'll have it at the end of the table where you can, you can
Superior.
come around and you can look at this
inferior.
part, and you can look at that part.
Okay.
Inferior,
Say it again.
below,
Oh, well, never mind.
superior.
Okay. Superior.
Show me the
inferior.
pulmonary veins again. Pulmonary veins. The red ones.
Yeah.
Now, pulmonary veins and pulmonary arteries are
Not the
I
same.
can't show them to you on the heart.
They'll
They
be
come
on
off
the-
too close. Okay? Now, on the back of the heart over here, we see this huge gaping hole that enters the left atrium. So that's actually where all of those pulmonary veins merge and they just come off.
Back in.
Okay? But I don't ask you that on this heart.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's all of the exterior structures.
Awesome.
Okay? We open it up.
Interior.
Now, if you come to the lab test and the heart is opened up like this, the very first thing you need to identify,
Is the left and right side.
which is the left and right
The
side.
left side is always thicker than the right.
Right. Correct.
Or I
See
can
how this
just
is
close it.
short? It's short. Now, it is kind of thick there, but it's short and it tapers down. Over here, you got a long myocardial wall, and it's thicker all the way through. Okay. See, this is short, this is long. So this is the left side of the heart. Okay? Can you tell that? Can you tell
Yes,
the difference
ma'am.
between this and that? Okay. So if I stick a pin right here and I say, name this chamber. Okay,
Right
you've got four
ventricle.
chambers in the heart, right? Left and right atrium, left and right ventricle. Name this chamber. First thing you're going to say is, okay, this is the right side of the heart, and this is the lower portion, so this is the right ventricle. Okay. If I stick it up here, this is up above that valve on the right side, so this is the right atrium. Now, what is that valve
That's
right
the
there?
tricuspid valve.
Right. Lab rat, right side of the heart, tricuspid valve. All right. If I have this stretched out and I say, name this muscle, these little ridged muscles right here.
So, chordae tendon. The papillary. No, the papillary muscles are down here.
Pectinate muscle
Oh.
should be somewhere down here. Here,
Right
pectinate
there,
muscle.
there.
See those
Okay.
little ridges? Okay, you need to get somebody's. Well, you got to kind of X this.
I
Okay,
have
that's
the
fine.
ones.
So that would be the
Pectinate muscle. If I say name this muscle, we'll say pectinate. If I have a pin here and it says name this chamber, you're going to tell me what?
The right atrium.
Right atrium. All right, I have a pin stuck in this little flap here.
That's the tricuspid.
That is the tricuspid. Okay, and then I have a pin. I have a probe like going under these little stringy things
Chordae
here.
tendae.
I'll probably put it on this side, on this heart. Yeah, those are the chordae tendae. Okay. Now I have a pin, that huge bulging muscle right there.
Papillary muscle.
Papillary muscle, grandpappy. Okay. Patriarch of the family. Okay. All right. And this valve right here would be
Bicuspid.
bicuspid, or mitral,
Mitral.
or Left AV, this is the right AV for atrioventricular. There's several names, but any of the correct names I'll give you credit for. Okay, now, let's see, what else? Let's see here. Okay, this would be a good heart, and I can see some valve right here. Okay, see that thin membrane?
Is that
And
the
then
Aortic.
aortic semilunar, because this is your left atrium. The blood's going to flow up here, and even though you can't do this during the lab test, you see that goes right up into the aorta. Okay. And I would.
So that's the aortic semilunar
That's
valve.
the aortic semilunar valve. Now, the pulmonary semilunar valve.
Is that the one that just says aortic valve right there?
You got to say semi.
Yeah, you have
In
to
the
say it.
book, it is.
Okay, pulmonary semilunar valve is between your right ventricle and your
pulmonary trunk.
pulmonary trunk. Look where my fingertip is. There's no way I can show you that on this heart unless I cut this heart open. So I'm not going to show it to you on the heart. So where am I going to ask you the pulmonary semilunar valve?
On the model.
And where is it?
It would be
Pulmonary semilunar valve going into the pulmonary trunk. Got to open it up.
could be right here, wouldn't it?
You're in the atrium.
Make sure you get all that on video.
Right
Right
there.
here. So this
Okay?
is the pulmonary
Pulmonary
semilunar.
semilunar valve. You can go ahead and mark on your sheet that that's going to be on the model.
Okay, so because it's in the pulmonary trunk, it's the pulmonary semilunar valve, correct?
Because the blood goes into the pulmonary trunk. It's called the pulmonary semilunar valve.
Okay.
Okay, then the pulmonary trunk branches into your left and right pulmonary arteries, and the blood goes to the lungs. Picks up oxygen, comes back in the pulmonary veins to the left atrium through the bicuspid or mitral or left AV into the left ventricle. And then see on the model, it's really hard to see that aortic semilunar valve. So I don't ask that one on the model because you'd have to stand on your head to see it. But it's real
So right
easy to
here.
see it right here going into the aorta. Okay, now, we said papillary muscle and pectinate muscle inside the atria. What about this muscle that's in the wall? What's the name of this muscle?
The interventricular
What's one of the prefixes, remember, from 201 that means muscle? Myocardium. So if I put a pen in here and I say, name this structure, you're going to tell me it's the interventricular septum. If I say, name this muscle, you're going to tell me
the myocardium.
it's myocardium. Okay? It's kind of like my head swimming.
Okay.
We got a couple more weeks on this, okay? All right. I think that's everything.
We got how many weeks?
I don't
I
know.
think we're next Thursday. The test is next
I
Thursday.
think a couple more.
She said a couple more weeks.
Nah,
That's why we add on time.